Okay, so basically, I'm going to start by sharing a bit about what Sustainability Month and how it has formed over the years. So, Sustainability Month is basically a kind of cultural approach to awareness, engagement, and impact regarding like climate change and sustainability issues. So, the idea was kind of formed from the idea that like one day alone, like Earth Day, is not enough. We need to do more. With how urgent the situation is, we need to be able to kind of like spend more time thinking about it and thinking about how we can approach this issue and find solutions for like climate change essentially. And basically to change our ways, we need to emphasize on what makes a sustainable culture, because a lot of times knowing something doesn't necessarily change your actions or change what you do, because it's very difficult to change what you do and even more what other people do. So what we need to do is to kind of integrate it into a kind of culture where it's a norm, for example, for people to do certain things, and it becomes easier for us to then tackle the issue of sustainability. So that's the idea of Sustainability Month. It kind of started in 2021 when one of our members from Finland, Complex RY, launched their initiative at their own universities with some engaging talks and fun activities throughout the month. So they came up with the idea of Sustainability Month, and then they launched some talks on, for example, green agriculture, on green architecture, and they also did some things like meme competition events and everything, so that it also became kind of a more fun topic to kind of talk about and discuss. Then because they were very interested in like how to proceed and to try to bring it to an international level and get more people involved, we launched Sustainability Month together with them internationally for the first time in 2022. So for this 2022 event, we kind of invited interested organizers worldwide, and involved like 23 different organizations that created their own events, some of them international, some of them local, to get people engaged and involved with sustainability. And in total, we had multiple local events as well as 8 international events for 2022. So then moving forward this year in 2023, we wanted to scale up Sustainability Month. So we started by forming a small team of volunteers to work towards like kind of a more comprehensive, I guess, approach towards Sustainability Month. And we tried to form like multiple partnerships and want to move it towards becoming a more mainstream event, kind of like how Earth Day on it originally started. That time it wasn't so much like a known thing, but over time everyone kind of knows what Earth Day is, and we want to push for Sustainability Month to also be recognized in that way as well. So for the goal of Sustainability Month in 2023 for our team is basically these 6 points. The first is to try to inspire more positive and hopeful conversation around like the issue of climate change, because there has been a lot of the I guess news and the discussion around climate change tend to be quite negative, and it can be very depressing to get into it. So we want to try to turn the conversation to a bit more positive and hopeful conversation. The second thing we want to do is to try to form partnerships to have international, like exciting international activities for anyone interested to get involved. The third goal we have is to inspire more local organizers to try to create local events, because a lot of time maybe international events might not be accessible to everyone, but local events can be something to bring like the community together. And local events can also be physical, which sometimes brings a different aspect to the whole like issue as well. And the fourth point is that we want to try to educate on sustainability and provide easy access so that it's easier to kind of spread the message about it. The fifth point then is to try to involve people who are not usually involved in the climate area. So the climate sector tends to be a bit hard to break out of. Like people who are interested, and it's hard to reach people outside of it. So that's also a fifth goal that we have. And the last one is to try to produce kind of tangible outcomes that we can then celebrate together. So I think later on, Diana will share some of our activities that kind of feed into our goals and how it matches with our goals. So our theme basically for this year is reimagining our world, because as I think the first goal mentioned, we want to try to spin a more positive light on it, and we believe that kind of thinking about how we can change our world, thinking about how we can work towards this will help to build towards this goal and give a more hopeful message and a more hopeful image to think about. So there are 5 sub-themes that we want to kind of talk about, and events can be around it, but it doesn't have to be necessarily in these categories. But the 5 sub-themes we have is empowerment, defining an eco-civilization and visions for the future, climate justice, innovation and technology, as well as cultural and local solutions. We also have kind of like a Google Drive with a lot of information and materials that it's not fully updated, but we will update over time. And towards the end of the March, it will have kind of more information which you can then kind of use and get access to. It's open to public, so anyone has access to this. The first one is a logo that we have for Sustainability Month, which I realized that I didn't put it there, but you might have seen on our first slide. So here, this is our logo. We also have a digital material, which I think Diana will share more about later on, which you can use, and an organizer's checklist for people who are interested in organizing an event for Sustainability Month. On our website, I will drop a link here as well. So if you want to go and check out the website, on our website, we also have like a calendar which kind of showcase the different events that will be happening throughout the month. It's not fully updated yet because we're still confirming some events and things like that, but you can keep up to date with it through the calendar we have. So now I think I'll pass the time over to Deanna to share more about our international events and social media strategies.
Yes, thank you, Isha. So, as what Isha said, our goal this year is to make Sustainability Month more international. So we are excited to announce many different kinds of international events. So the first of one would be a kick-off event for Sustainability Month, which is an online summit with the Green Office movement. So in this event, you expect we'll first introduce what is Sustainability Month and some of our goals, what to expect for organizers or participants. And then there will be some workshops and panels, discussions on pitches with some of the other organizers in Sustainability Month. So if you're interested, you can scan this QR code to keep an eye out of the Instagram of Green Office Movement or with our Instagram as well. So the second event would be a International Poetry Slam Festival, and it is an event partnered with IUCA, which is International Universities Climate Alliance, and World Poetry Slam Organization. So in this event, you can learn how to get involved in poetry slam through some of the workshops. So at the end on Earth Day, there will be also a poetry slam competitions where you can really learn how to speak and represent your poems with others, how to spread out the messages of climate change and sustainability to others. And the registration is already started, so you can feel free to scan through this QR code and register for this workshop. And our third event would be a panel discussion with Youngo leaders. So Youngo is an organization, stands for Official Youth Constituency of the UNFCCC. So in this event, you can talk to the Youngo leaders and learn more about how they are doing and what are some of the initiatives they are doing to help spread the sustainability and also some other climate issues. So, but the event is still in planning, so do keep an eye out of our Instagram or the coming newsletter that we will issue soon. And this event is called Climate Hope Writing Workshop. So basically it's a workshop that you learn how to communicate and write some articles to really spread the messages of sustainability to others more effectively. So there will be workshops. So you will learn how to write with some of the experienced writers, and so at the end of the workshop, you will also share your articles with other participants as well. So again, you can also scan this QR code to register. And this is a psychology workshop. So we have invited a psychologist to share um, how can we situate ourselves in climate anxiety, and how can we um, uh, feel better if we feel sad or hopeless about climate change, these kind of issues. So if you're interested, you can email to reserve your spot of this workshop, and this will be an online workshop. And last but not least, besides all of the events that I've mentioned, we have lots of other events like hackathons, climate justice, climate education workshop, as well as a closing with oracles. And so the more information of all these events and activities, you can refer to our Instagram or other social media platforms, as well as the newsletter. So do keep an eye out. So besides the international events, we'll also have some social media strategies to get you involved in Sustainability Month. So we're happy and exciting to announce a Bingo Green Sustainability Bingo Challenge. So it will start in April throughout the whole month. So our group Climate Students Movement will provide a bingo template on our Instagram. So with the theme of sustainable lifestyles and small actions. So you can feel free to download and use this template and mark on it whether you achieve these kind of small actions or not. And after that, remember to include Bingo Green on your Instagram story and tag 3 friends to invite them to do the same Bingo Green challenge. So what's more exciting is that not only us, but also other influencers or even you can recreate your own version of sustainability bingo to share with your friends. So we hope by doing this bingo challenge, we can let more people to know that starting some small actions of sustainability is not that difficult. So we hope to make sustainability more fun and more accessible to everyone. And moreover, we also have a social media information pack provided to all of you. So this will be free social media materials like images, videos, and text where you can directly copy them and use them, post them on your social media. So as Isha have mentioned, we will put all of them in our Google Drive, and these materials will be shared to you. And how you can access them, so we'll soon make an Instagram post to post the links to the Google Drive. So you can just download the materials through the Google Drive link. So after we've introduced all the concepts and backgrounds, as well as some exciting activities and events for Sustainability Month, so what if you want to organize activities? So here are the guidelines. So first, please, you can fill in the participation pledge form by scanning the QR code here. And remember to use our Sustainability Month logo in your event or activity, and then you can create contents. So we suggest you to hold at least one Sustainability Month event or activity. So after that, you can fill in the feedback form for you. So after Sustainability Month to let us know how the event went and what's your experience. So here also are some important links like the logo, the participation feedback form, as well as the event submission form. So for more details, we have also included all of these links and information in our newsletter one. So you can feel free to refer to them as well. So, what if you don't know how to organize an event or what to plan for the event? So it is actually not that difficult. It can be online or in-person event about sustainability. So the theme will be around reimagining our world with some of these sub-themes. So it can be a workshop about cultural and local solutions in your area, a storytelling section with a local writer, a discussion panel with academics from your university, and many different kinds. So as long as it is related to sustainability, we welcome all kinds and different types of workshops or events as well. So today is the 4th of March. So we suggest that the deadline for event submissions will be on the 20th of March. So after that, we'll launch the Sustainability Month really soon. So you can see that this timeline summarizes some of the key events throughout the month. So at the end of the month and near May, we'll issue our last newsletter to summarize what we've done and what sorts of events and activities in Sustainability Month.